Hey YouTube. I recorded a video and then I got distracted. So I was like, maybe I should come on here and redo it. So I'm gonna redo it and see how long this one go. But excuse me. I was consulting with my higher self. Have any of y'all out there been talking to yourself a lot lately? I've been talking to myself so freaking much lately where I'm talking about whole ass conversations. And sometimes people hear me, and I think that we probably be saying, "Is she a little off?" My son sometimes even be like, "Mom, who you talking to?" I be like, myself. I'm just talking out loud, but I'm talking to myself because I was thinking about the contrast of higher self and lower self, and how sometimes you do have to consult your higher self, and you could talk to your guide sometimes aloud. It gives you greater clarity. I was reading 108 laws of I don't remember. It ain't attraction, but 108 universal laws. And it was something saying that the sound that comes out of your mouth and certain sounds and stuff, it shifts things in the atmosphere when you use sound appropriately, even in speaking. And I just been talking to myself like a whole lot, and I'm like, dang, is they doing this for a reason? Because you never know the reasons, and everything is so fucking taboo. On top of mental health, on top of people having a conversation with themselves, like if it's myself, why do I have to be considered crazy because I'm talking to my own self, like out loud though? But you're not supposed to do that. That's like against the rules or something. I don't know, but listen here. I bet you I'll be talking to myself now more than ever before because I don't have no friends. And I don't have nobody, like, I don't talk to nobody. like, I'm not about to just sit up in my, sometimes you have to talk it out or write it out. You know what I'm saying? And I've really been finding it really, that's what I wanted to share, that I've really been finding it so therapeutic to talk to myself. And literally be talking out loud. I'm talking about whole ass conversations. And if I was sitting down talking to me, I would be having a good time and getting fed from the pit of my soul. You understand? But my guide showed me that I don't have to really talk about my personal life right now. So I am not going to do a reading today. Plus, it's a holiday. So I could fall back and told me to be quiet today. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't like really sharing certain stuff that's personal, but I know that it can help somebody. And I always say that. I also wanted to say that I came to the realization that some people are really called to talk to some pockets. Like, okay, just say for light workers. Some light workers are going to be called to talk to the world. Other light workers are going to be called to just talk to small pockets of the world because it's so vast and we're so behind. And what makes me say that is that when you go across, YouTube really do teach you. It's a tool for readers. And that's why I don't have no problem subscribing to people's channels. I don't be on there malicious or nothing like that. I ain't doing nothing weird. What? Okay, close the door. I'll be out. I don't be doing nothing weird. I just be trying to gauge the collective, where we're at across all different timelines. And everybody, I never even used the word divine masculine. I never used the word karmic. I never used those words. And then all of a sudden I was using them. But I used to be like that in school where I wouldn't notice something was on a collective level being used or worn or whatever. I would just be guided to wear it or say it, but I wouldn't know why. So you got to be careful with that because it's like, okay, am I in a trend or am I doing it because it's naturally coming to me to do it? Right. I'm on the phone. I'll be out in a minute. Hey. So, I guess so much family. Everybody just popping out the woodwork. I was trying to do the reading before not the reading, but just talk. Well, everybody, I don't want to get him in here. He like, girl, get out of my business. But yeah, I never use those words. Like, what is those words? I never use those words. So I was like, dang, do I want to keep calling him that? Do I want to keep calling these people? So I got to figure it out. I got to consult my guides with that because we will hop on something so fast, and before you know it, we saying something, and I never You know, I would usually call it demonic energy or negative energy or whatever. I never really called it, you know what I'm saying, something specific such as a karmic or whatever, the language. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason it's being used. So I don't want to take that for granted either because it's the reason it's being used. You know what I'm saying? So I may end up just using it. My guys may say this is what, this is the language that need to be used right now. But I just don't want to be doing it just because somebody else doing it and I never did it before. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember when I started using that language for real. And I was trying to figure out, is it old? Is it new? Is it from a trend? What is going on? From a cosmic level, what is going on? Or from a world level? Because you got to be careful, man. The evil forces will make evil fair seeming as fuck. And it do not be no justice, no fairness, no nothing. It be some straight up tricknology. Another thing I wanted to say, dang, I lost my train of thought, y'all. Hold on, let me see if Spirit give it back to me. Doo. It was real good too. It was a point. Okay, karmics, higher self, talking to yourself. Divine this, divine that. Dang, girl, they ain't giving it back to me, so it may not be for me to say nothing. If they do while I'm on here recording, I'll say it. But right now, I really can't think of it. I mean, it just slipped right out of my head. And I don't even remember what it was. But it was real. It was like, it was the key to something. And it was related. Oh. See? Thank you so much. See what I'm saying? These motherfuckers. Listen. Whenever you lose your way, just go back to God. Go back to the all in all, the source of all creation. Because we have to remember that something is in control of all of this. And yes, it is scary because some people can get lost in middle passage, get lost in darkness, get entrapped in a loop, get caught up with all kind of shit that ain't got nothing to do with God himself. However, when you get caught up in that cycle of karmics, witchcraft, darkness, entities, this and that and this, always remember there's only one source, one true source. And that's what I was told that will help those of us that are doing this work to get us out of that loop of saying kind of in that, because sometimes it could become obsessive, which isn't bad. Obsession always isn't bad because when you want to try to understand a thing, you stay at it and you keep hammering. And I don't want to, I was looking at certain readers and they really be engulfed in it, but I don't judge it because I get it. Because you really be wanting to get to the root. And the closer you get to the root, it seems like it just be more shit that come up and you got to weed through that. People don't know really the work and the dedication that comes with being obsessed with something connected to the higher good of all of humanity. That shit is not no game. It is not no joke. So I commend people that are on this outlet searching for the truth. You understand? However, God, Spirit, whatever you want to say, gave me this morning is that go back to me. Whenever you feeling lost in all that shit, just go back to higher source. Know that it's something greater than all of this. Know that it's something that created the this that came from the that came from the that came from the this. If that makes sense. Because you could get lost. And it gets scary because you be like, okay, it's no bottom to this shit. But that's the thing. With darkness, there is no bottom. I remember hearing a brother preach about that. Not preach, teach. Teach about that sex being a bottomless pit. That's why it's no point. Because it's entrapment. You just keep chasing. The same, it's like any drug. It really is. And that's how darkness is. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. You're like, what the fuck? When am I going to see the light of day? When you're a light worker, you're going up the scale. You're going out and away from the darkness to get to the light, to get to the answers, to get to the highest truth. But when you're in darkness, you just going to keep going down. What? Come on, man. That's like the black hole. There's nothingness. So why even fucking go there? It's no point. So that's what I wanted to say. When people try to, because sometimes evil forces would try to get you entrapped in that dark mode of thinking to really lights out you. To lights out where you ain't, you looking like them, but then they able to, some people can maneuver in darkness when they that type of way. Some of us it's putrid. Well, you can't even deal with it at all. And then you get accused of being stuck up or whatever the case may be. And then you got the angle with people that act stuck up, but they ain't got a lick of light, but they act like they do. So then the people that have the potential to be better look at you like you're like that when you're not even like that. It's just that you can't take it because you may be highly empathetic. You just can't be around certain shit. Not that you think you better, none of that shit. Motherfucker, it's self-preservation. I gotta worry about me first, what makes me feel comfortable. If I don't feel comfortable in a crowd full of people, call me whatever the fuck you like. I'm not gonna be in a crowd full of people. That's just what it is. And that's for anybody. Nobody should feel uncomfortable in their own skin or in their own surroundings or whatever. And if you are, then take yourself out of those positions and go sit somewhere where you feel more comfortable. That's all. It's not a big deal. It's not even about being better and all that. Man, that shit corny, man. Anyway, I'm glad that Allah brought that to my remembrance because I was like, dang, it was really, really good. And it was a tool, look, for light workers. But see how I'm saying? Take your thought. You be like, dang, go blank. That ain't number darkness going blank. That's why you gotta ask. Say, can you please bring that back? Because somebody just snatched it and ran off with the plug 45,000 times. So, and that's all I got to say. Y'all enjoy y'all day with y'all family. I'm about to go out here and kick it with mine for a little second. And I needed a break. I did not get out of the bed till like damn near 1 o'clock. I should have been helping my aunt. I'm somewhere. I could not get up. I was on my phone, but my body was like literally exhausted. Just like, just laying there. I'm like, can you get up? Like, no, you're not ready yet. I'm like, good grief. And I ain't had no coffee. It's been rough. I don't get up this late. This late as hell for me. That's how I know my body is going through something, and it's the different element that I'm sleeping in. So I needed this bad. Okay, BAD. All right, y'all. Peace and so.